Hello, and I want to introduce our third fabulous four of the Faces of Lupus. Can you please tell us your name?
My name is Venessa Clarke.
Well, hello, Miss Venessa. How are you today?
Doing pretty good.
That's great. Well, it is obvious that you're a part of the Faces of Lupus because you do have lupus. And I have a question for you, and my question is, when did you find out and how was it when you were diagnosed with lupus?
Well, I was diagnosed my senior year of high school, so around February of 2013. Going to school became difficult, getting around school, even getting out of my car, getting out of bed, anything. And it was getting to a point where I had to call friends over to be able to help me to just do the simplest of things. Even putting on clothes got to be difficult. And so we figured, okay, well, this could be an arthritic thing, so I went to a rheumatologist. The rheumatologist took some tests, and I thought, well, it's probably going to be juvenile arthritis or something like that. It's something that should be manageable. And she gives me a call while I'm on my way to work. And she says, okay, well, I'm sorry to tell you, Vanessa, but you have lupus. And I was like, okay, what's that? She's like, well, it's not a lot of information that I know about it, but, we're going to work on this. We're going to see what we can do. And throughout that progress, things just kind of got worse. So I decided, well, we're going to talk to a family friend that is in, the medical field and see what he has to say about this. And from what he knew, we went to another rheumatologist. Well, I wasn't able to see the one that he wanted to send me to. So I went to his associate, and we kind of tried to get on different medication there, and that didn't pan out so well. So I'm with the one that I'm now, and so far things are going upwards in the right direction.
So with that being said, in regards to your travels with doctors, how was that experience due toward the fact that now you're with a great group of doctors, but how was that experience going forward?
Getting into changing doctors and trying to find the right ones, it was really difficult because, when you find doctors like a primary care doctor or something like that, you want to trust them because they have your life in their hands, basically.
Right.
So it's like when you're moving around, you have a sense of, no sense of stability, really. You feel like you're kind of naked to the doctors, basically.
Okay. And finally, you found a group that you're really comfortable with and have a great bedside manner and kind of know what's going on with this mystery.
Definitely.
Yeah, of lupus. Okay, so what drawn you to the Faces of Lupus? Well,
lupus was something that I didn't really know a lot about, it being a disease that I had for over 2 years. And when something's eating at you like that, you want to try to seek out people that are similar to you. So I personally didn't find it, but one of my wonderful sisters was kind enough to push me in the right direction.
Oh, that's great. I love your sister. That is great. Okay, so what we're doing is that we are trying to get a campaign with a petition to sign this petition so that we can bring lupus awareness to Texas in May, confirm it, kind of speak. People already know about lupus, but they don't really know the mystery of lupus, and the awareness month will really bring forth hey, we're out here, and it seems like we're on the back burner, so to speak, in regards to lupus. And if you have cancer, you have heart disease, diabetes, but lupus always is in the background of all those diseases. How do you feel about that?
Well, I feel like a lot of the problem comes when it's in the diagnosis type part of it, because a lot of the times you can hear oh, well, they're not sure how many deaths were caused by lupus, but you can see a count for heart disease and lung cancer and breast cancer and all that. But part of the problem is whenever someone, say, dies of kidney failure, or someone perhaps has an issue with their heart, if they die because of that and they had lupus, it's not going to be categorized as a lupus death. So a lot of the information that you get, because you know, like, okay, well, they say, well, there are X amount of breast cancer patients that die from it this year. Well, we need to work on getting that number down. We need to work on finding a cure. We need to work on finding a way to prevent it. And since we don't have that many numbers and that much of study behind it, one, you find that new patients that are brought into this world, you're kind of like thrown out onto a raft with nothing to get you anywhere.
Right.
You feel like you're isolated from the world, and being a part of a group like this, trying to bring it into the limelight, trying to show, like, you know, we have lupus and it's something that can be harmful and it's something that can bring you down, but we're people that are trying to uplift others that have it and bring it into the light so that people can find a way to be able to cure it and to be able to manage it and know that they're not alone. There are a bunch of other people have it, and it doesn't discriminate against age, race, sex. Anyone can get it. So it's not a matter of, it's something that needs to be taken care of. Because if it gets to be out there and it's something that people know more about and people can relate to it, then you can see, like, okay, well, we need to do something to change this. Because it's not going to end. It's going to be a continuous cycle.
Yes, and we do have to get that petition signed, and I thank God so much that Terrell had this wonderful idea to actually get a petition together and just get these signatures so that we can pass the purple gloves to Congresswoman Sheila Jackson Lee. It's very important that we are able to do this so that we can bring it to the forefront, because right now it's definitely on the back burner. So I would like to know, you know, what you're in college, and what are you going to college for, and what is your intent when you get out of college?
Well, I am double majoring in international business and logistics engineering with a minor in vocal performance. I have a love for travel, so anything that I do has to do with traveling. So whether it's working for a Fortune 500 company or something smaller, as long as I can make a difference and travel the world while doing it, I'll be happy.
Well, watch out, everybody, because I might try to convince her to sing at one of the events that we try to have, because she told me she could sing. Oh, my God. But anyway, I'm so glad that you're a part of the group. I'm so glad that you submitted your picture, or Sophie submitted your picture. Thank God for her, your sister. I love her to death. But I'm so glad that she did that, because this is a very important matter to me. It's very close to me as well, and as well as Sorrel. That is the reason why I'm actually working with her on it, because it's very close and near and dear to me. Do you have anything else that maybe you want to bring to the forefront before we close?
Well, I just want to say, you may not know me as a person. You may not see me on the road. I may not drive next to you. I may not be in the same city or state as you, but it's something that happens to everyone, and it's something that needs to be brought into the light, and something that your neighbor can have, your daughter, your grandmother, anything. So we need to get together as not only human beings, but just gracious creatures, and sign the petition and get this into the limelight.
That is wonderful. I want to thank you again for doing the interview. It was a wonderful afternoon spending time with you, getting to know who you are. And let's just keep fighting until we could just get everybody to come in agreement that lupus is a very big disease, that it's a mystery that people really don't know about and that they should know about, and that is the reason why we want to bring it to the forefront for Lupus Awareness Month in Texas. She also wants to take it nationwide, so that's very good too, but we start here because we're here. So we're going to start here. So I thank you once again, and you have yourself a beautiful day.
Thank you.
You're welcome.